and to each other. We want to be Jesus with skin on. What would Jesus do? How would he act? There's times that it gets difficult when we get under pressure during camp. And it's a challenge. And those of you that have been here before realize that things kind of move quickly, and sometimes it's hard. We're trying to keep up with rotations or whatever it is. We want to be treating each other as Jesus would. We want to be treating these campers and visitors to the ranch as Jesus would. Some of these campers come in hurting. And we don't always know what they've come in with. And sometimes they might be difficult, but we have to look beyond that, because God says to look at the heart, not at the outward appearance. So I just want to encourage you that we're here and we're Christian because we have Jesus in our hearts. Christian can be loosely tossed around sometimes, but it actually means that you've accepted Jesus into your heart and you want to live for him every day. And that's what we would like to have happen here. I'm going to turn it over to Corey.
All right. Do you guys all remember the names of everybody that was on the team and what we did? No. Good answer. Because we're going to put name tags on so we know our team. Here we go. We're going to start with this. Just pass it. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay, for I think the first one is I could be wrong. I have moments. Sometimes they're squirrely.
Okay, you guys got the packets. We're on the DYR Volunteer Orientation Packet, 2019, front page. The first part of this, I have just number 1. We're asking volunteers to sign up to serve at our 2019 events during our volunteer training, but the catch with that this year is we're actually going to have you sign up online for each camp that you're going to attend. So I'm going to get that live probably by tomorrow or Monday for sure. We will have a limited amount of spots for each helping area this summer. So you'll want to make sure that you get signed up right away if there's a certain area you would like to work in. And you know, we rely pretty heavily on our camp volunteers to help our campers be safe throughout camps. And it's a big deal if you don't notify us or you just don't show up, because then we end up running short on staff. So it's kind of a big safety concern. And as I just said, we're all going to be signing up online this year. Everybody that comes and volunteers has to go through volunteer training, whether it be online. And we probably will end up having another date because we had a few that could not make it for different reasons. But we also, every volunteer has to sign the form of release for background check. So if you were not here with a parent, you need to make sure your parent signs that and sends it home. Also this year, there will be a non-refundable $50 fee for volunteers under 18 per camp. And that's kind of to help our costs. And it's also because we really want to press that people are here all weekend long. We so often have kids come and they're here for 4 or 5 hours and then you don't see them the rest of the weekend. That's really, really hard for us to keep track of our volunteers that way. It becomes kind of it makes us kind of worried when people just disappear. We're liking to offer camps for many years to come. And some of that fee will cover insurance. We have big, huge insurance fees we have to pay every year to run this operation. We have food, we have t-shirts, we have utilities for 5 facilities during a camp. So there are a lot of expenses, and it's just to kind of help us cover some of that. Also, let me see here. I did say background checks, sign up summer camps. Okay. I think I hit most of my stuff here, Corey. I will let you continue on.
Okay. I'm coming.
Okay. It seemed like there was something else I was going to say. We will talk a little bit about a way with fundraiser. We have a fundraiser coming up May 5th, and Jason will talk about that a little bit more later. If you're a part of that, it might be a way for us to waive your $50 fee if you participate with that. So Jason will talk about that more a little later.
We got enough name tags? Do we need any more? We good? Mrs. Corley. You can walk one of these back there in this house. Thank you. All right. What are we talking about?
Number 2.
Number 2. We are gonna have a container, but if you're under 18 and you show up, you have your phone and your car keys, we're going to put them in a box. 1, to keep them safe, and 2, so that people won't be tempted. We need people to be purposeful about what we're doing and paying attention to the kids and working as a team. It's hard to work as a team if somebody's doing this on their phone, right? You guys hear that from your parents? Like if they're trying to have a conversation with you and you're diddling on your phone? Not at all, right? That never happens. Well, we're going to help you along. We're going to put them in a container. And then we will obviously give them back at the end of the weekend. I have ideas because it just came to me that we would put your keys and your cell phone in a Ziploc bag in the thing together with your name on it. So nothing gets misplaced. All right. Then any volunteers, like in the past, like on Sunday nights, there's been times where people had stayed overnight and done stuff on Monday. We're not going to do that anymore. God's teaching us to set boundaries, and this is one of the boundaries that we need to set so that we can all get refreshed, like from Sunday night to Monday, and be ready to do what we need to do the rest of the week. So we're not going to be spending the night on like Sunday night. Any questions? Everybody know what I'm talking about? Okay, you're going to have to give me some more than just blank stare. Okay, thank you.
Well, you gotta tell them that they can ride on their own, you know that, right? They're gonna be riding,
They'll be coming, Jason.
well, you should say it now, because everybody's impressed.
Okay, we've worked really hard on a system and a plan. If we get to the end and we haven't done what
Keep going.
covered what you need us to
You're
do,
good, you're good. You kinda got them reeling here a little bit, though.
okay. So, that's the surprise in the middle, you see. Okay. There's going to be a counselor meeting, mandatory meetings throughout the weekend. We're going to start like on Friday at 8:30. We're going to make sure all the volunteers are registered. Make sure all of our paperwork is up to date. We're going to do prayer and training refresher because, you know, between now and camp, we could misplace a few things. And we'll have lunch together, and then we'll be ready for the kids. This year we're going to put everything out here. We're not going to be up there where it has been. It's going to be slick out here. That's what I'm going to say. Saturday and Sunday after lunch in the front of the cafe or the arena while the kids begin worship. What? Oh, aha, that's the meeting. I gotcha. I'm on it. I'm on it. Also in these meetings, if you're having challenges with campers or somebody being disrespectful, or if you're having any kind of a challenge, this will be the opportunity that you bring it up. If it's a more immediate, you can do it when you need to. But if it's something that can wait till one of these meetings, then let's work for that, okay? Also, if you're bringing something up, let's work for offering grace and understanding, like, hey, I'm having a challenge with this, okay? Not, do you know what they did? And whining, okay? We're gonna be volunteers and we're gonna, step it up. Any questions on that? Do we understand what I'm saying?
We understand.
Thank
what
you.
you're saying.
Thank you. All right. Our camp's officially run from 12:30 Friday to Sunday afternoon after the program and final cleanup. We're going to need everybody to make sure that all of our stuff gets cleaned up. The counselors assist the campers. God willing, they'll have their stuff before they come to the ranch, come to the arena for, they're going to be sleeping in the arena. See, I'm having a tough second. They're going to have all their stuff ready to roll out the door before we have our program. That's what's going to happen. All right. Moving on. How we go? Mandatory meetings. All right. We're coming right along. Okay. Barn help, you're going to be assigned to tack and groom areas on Friday. You're going to stay in the area that you are assigned. Anybody have any idea what this is going to accomplish for us? Yes. What else is it going to do?
Make sure we know where everybody is.
Yes. Anybody got any other ideas? I missed that. Keep us organized. When we're organized, what else does that make us? It starts with an E.
Be ready to be at the right place at the right time.
Yes, we're going to be ready. Somebody said it over here.
I'm going to say it the loudest. Efficient.
Very good. We're going to be efficient. We are working to run like a well-oiled machine, and we can't do that if people are getting all squirrely and doing their own thing. We don't work well as a team when we're doing our own thing, right? Is there an I in team?
If you really want
We're
to.
working together. All right. Moving on. Any questions on that?
No.
Thank you. So, it is possible that you will be on some, let's say, saddling horses, and somebody else comes and asks you to do something, okay? If you're already on a mission, please state, you know what, I already got a mission. Because there's times that Corey's asking you to do something and you're already on a mission and I could jack up somebody else's deal. It's not what I need to do. Just remind me, I already got a mission, and then I'll find somebody else or I'll do it myself, okay?
So Corey,
As long as you're respectful and just remind us, hey, this is what we're working for, because we're a team. We all make mistakes and we all have moments where, we forget. Any questions on that?
up here.
Thank you. All
Corey.
right.
Corey, actually, I have a question.
I'm sorry.
So will
Yes,
someone be
Miss
assigned?
Alexis.
Will someone be specifically assigned to poop duty then during the weekend?
It could happen. It's possible. Okay, the question is it possible that somebody would be assigned to poop duty? The answer is yes. However, you would not only be assigned to poop duty, you may be assigned to grooming and poop, right? So if your horse is already groomed, or all the horses are in a line and they're groomed, and there's poop on the ground, then you're going to immediately work towards that.
Okay.
Does that answer it?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Mr. Gideon.
It's not serious, but
No, bring it on.
it's
It's duty. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right. Moving on. We got. Okay. So volunteers are not. Okay. So going in the horse pens. Who's allowed to go in the horse pens?
Only volunteers if they're asked.
Okay. Anybody else? Are campers allowed in the horse pen?
No, Miss Corey.
When are they ever allowed?
Never.
Good answer. Okay. Campers are going to stay with their counselors. We're working really hard to have 2 counselors per group so that you guys can work off of each other and people don't feel so overwhelmed. Because 10 campers can be a little overwhelmed. We're going to work to maintain consistency, pray for them. And counselors and volunteers. Okay, so if somebody needs to go, if there's a camper that needs to go someplace, are they ever going to go by themselves?
No.
If it's a boy and there's a volunteer that's a girl, is it just going to be those 2 that are going to go somewhere?
No.
Okay, because we need like the power of 3 or, you know, like a boy to go with a boy, right? Anybody know why we're doing that?
So we don't have issues with drama and other things because 2 makes a crowd, but 3 is a lot less dependent.
It is. It is. And we just don't want we don't want to give the enemy any area to attack us on, whether we were doing anything wrong or not. We want to always make it look like we are above board, that we are doing the best and being the best that we can be. That's part of being efficient, right? Okay. Moving on. Let's, where's your assigned to meal time? Okay. If Miss Alice is up here teaching and we have some volunteers over there, what are you going to, you know what, and I don't know if it's in, let me see. Somewhere.
A lot of that's in the counseling meetings.
Anyway, we're going to work to have volunteers tied in with the groups when we got speaking engagements, okay? If you're sitting with a group of campers, are we going to encourage them to screw around? We're going to strongly encourage, with love, them to be quiet or to listen, okay? I know, somewhere I got off track. I'm going to try to pull it together here.
You're talking about Miss Alice when she's talking.
Yeah. We're going to avoid standing in groups and visiting when teaching or teaching campers. We need them to be fully engaged in what they're being taught, especially if they're being taught to ride, so that when they get out on the trail, they know what they're doing. We've all been a part of moments out there on the trail where the world gets squirrely because somebody forgot what they were doing, right? And sometimes that happens because they weren't paying attention when they were being taught. Correct? Okay. We already mentioned registration is going to be out here, which is going to be slick snot. And then they get to come up here and be in their sleeping areas. So it's going to minimize all this silly traffic we had going over there. Yes, Miss Brooklyn.
Miss Corey, if you're doing this then they head over there, or will we have volunteers take care?
The boys will be sleeping in the boys' bunk, and the boy counselors will handle that adventure. Okay? Where it's always been, in that little, the Bungaroo house next to Coralie's house. Any other questions? Ideally, yes, but
Only 3 groups will be upstairs.
okay, only 3 groups